Hello, hello, hello.
Thank you.
What is up? What is up, party people? Today is Monday. Today is Monday, and as usual, Monday sucked. But it is Monday, and we are here, and we are chatting, and we are talking, and we are here to spend your Monday evening with you or night, wherever you are. It's still sunny outside on my side, so happy Monday. This show does not happen without the meat, the man, the legend himself next to me, Timon. Timon, we are
Hello.
live. We are
How's
live
it
also.
going?
We are live on IG as well. So I'll bring you in there as well.
I
Um,
sent a thing.
the request,
I sure did.
that's not here yet because the request I have is from Watch Me Rise.
Oh jeez,
Is
I'm on the
that
wrong
is
account.
that the guy? Yeah.
Ha ha
See, Watch
ha
Me
ha
Rise
ha
is
ha
the guy I have a
ha.
request from. I don't know who
Holy
that is.
smokes! All right, here we go.
So before we do anything, make sure if you here, make sure you follow us on all social media. You can follow Hood Sommelier or Single Barrel Snob here on YouTube or on IG. Um, Perfect. Now we got something going on.
Now we good.
All right.
Now we
Yeah,
can
he
do
got he
embrace
got he does have a burner account. That's exactly what that is. It's a burner account.
partner account.
So I want to make sure you guys know as I mentioned before. This is gonna be one of the second of the four installment for April, starting in May, which is gonna be May. We are moving completely to YouTube. So if you're here and you don't follow us on YouTube yet, make sure you actually go follow us on YouTube or on Facebook because that's where we will be streaming moving forward, starting in May. And if you're here, happy Monday. And yes, SIG all day. That's what I shoot, and that's what I wear. I'm a 365 man myself, and an M400 for my long range guns. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. What am I gonna pull myself this Monday? I have not actually thought that far yet. If
I'm
you're here,
drinking.
four roses. Four roses. So if you hear, put in the comment if you're drinking and what are you drinking on this beautiful and sucky Monday that we have here. You know what? I've been tasting bourbon all weekend. Let me have some
For a
beautiful
glass
Isla.
of violence. Mm.
Yeah. If I
Is
have
that
to
a
pour a glass of
is that
violence,
a Buno Heaven?
I'm gonna go with tequila.
Is that a Buno Heaven?
Yeah. So I'm pouring me some Buna having some Bordeaux, the Moino Bordeaux cask. If you guys don't
Nice.
know it, is a beautiful peated whiskey that was aged in a Bordeaux cask. Master Sekou, I see your account have been hacked, and you have a new one now.
Oh man, that's a fucking bummer.
Yeah, I knew there was a problem when somebody from Master Sekou account asked me for to help him reset his password. I'm like, oh, his account
Oh
been hacked.
man.
His account have been hacked. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Glad to
Um,
be here, Steven. Glad to be here.
so if you
Bitcoin.
guys, and this is beautiful juice right here. So love it. For all of you guys who don't know, pretty much anything that is an Isla whiskey, I always get excited about. It's
Is that
usually
one of the ones? Is that one of the ones from Colorado?
no, 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 no.
Okay,
The Mono Cask one is I think this one it was NYC Spirit Guru that found me this one.
got it. St. Patrick says we'll have plenty of violence soon.
Yeah, he's he's sending us some tequila. So
Yep.
is yeah, I love peated whiskey. It's kind of my joy. It's like a joy in a glass. I love when I have some peated whiskey that give me just a that the smell of that peat just tell me everything is gonna be okay even when shit's going sideways.
Do you feel like it's a good reset for you when you get into bourbon like pretty heavily,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
have a
No, I never sat down one time and craved bourbon, but I would sit down and actually crave a peated whiskey.
yeah,
Like,
I like having those things like in your collection where like you get not I don't want to say bored, but like it gets super repetitive.
mhm,
And so having something to kind of like realign your excitement,
your
so to
palate.
say,
Yeah.
your palate, your excitement, sure, however you wanna transcribe that. But yeah, man, it's fun.
Some nice peated whiskey always start the day correctly. So I was having a conversation with a friend of ours, and funny thing is, he mentioned something that I want to bring up to you guys. Which city, right? The question of the day is which city will be the worst for you to live in based on your personality?
Oh shit.
The question of the day, I'm gonna put it here on. You see, you guys, if you don't follow us on YouTube, you should follow us because I'm gonna put the question here on YouTube, which is which city, which city will be the worst for you to live in? Is it live with a L-I or L-E? No, it's L-I. To live in, to live in, based on your personality.
Hmm. Thieves came through. Way to go, Beanie.
So,
That's dope.
so that's uh that's that's a question we want to ask you guys. What's Orlando? But we want to know why. We just don't want. We just don't want you to tell us which city is you don't want to live in based on your personality. What's up, Jen? Uh, I want to know which city is worse for you to live in based on your
What's
personality.
what's yours?
Ah, so if there is a city I can live in, it'll probably be Salt Lake City.
Hmm.
The reason why is because it's it's one of those things where I felt like that city was picture perfect, but yet like you don't feel welcome there as a black man.
Hmm.
It's like it's too picture. It seemed like the beginning when I was driving to Salt Lake City. It felt like it was the beginning of like what every bad horror movie start like. Beautiful scenery, beautiful mountains, everything was fine, and then immediately you're like, some ain't right about all these buildings. Some ain't just right. You know what I'm saying? So, but I have a lot of friends, a lot of African friends that live there, but I don't know how they do it because I don't
Wow.
think I
Okay.
do. So somebody said on YouTube they can't live in New York because they are an introvert. Uh, uh, Salt Lake City has one of those things going on High West. That's it. Okay. Somebody say LA, New York, or Chicago. Too many people, and I'm not a polite. I'm way too polite for them. Okay, okay. So the question today is, what city
Mm.
do you know you can never move to or live in based on your personality, right? Knowing you as a person, what city you're like, fuck no, I can't live here.
Stockton, Stockton, California. It's the fucking armpit of California. It's hot. It's fucking humid. It's humid because it's kind of like Bakersfield, where they shoot all the fucking water up into the atmosphere for agriculture, and so it's just garbage all the time. Like the weather sucks all the time. Anyone who lives there has lived either grew up there, moved away, and moved back, or they've been
Mhm.
there their entire lives. They've never gone anywhere, and
What's
it's
up,
just
Brian? Brian, I'm still waiting for you to respond to my email. It's Sagamore. We're gonna have Sagamore on the show soon. Welcome, Brian.
it's just a shithole. It's a shithole. There's way too many drugs, and people just complain about how they're not going anywhere, but they never want to leave. So, yeah, spent spent a weekend there, and it was a weekend too long. Never,
Okay.
never again.
Somebody say Nashville because and Belly say Nashville. It's a city that is losing its soul day by day. So that's one. Uh, somebody say Anchorage, Alaska, because my personality likes to be warm. So okay. What is that? Salt Lake City. What? I want to read some of the responses. LA, too many phonies. Uh, is there a city that doesn't have basements? Yes, there's actually plenty of city that don't have basement. Texas, and most city in Texas don't have basement. Yeah, Houston ain't got. You live in Houston, you never see a basement. That's pretty much it. You're not going to see a basement. So the question is, man, we are giving it a few more minute. Any city you name, I love the suburbs. Okay, okay. Now let's flip the script. Which
Ooh,
city, right? Which city do you wish you can live in, but can afford to live in? Which city you wish you can live in? Well, not the city you're in right now, but which city you wish you can live in, but can't afford to live in? Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. New Orleans. Yeah, New Orleans has no basement too. Yep. You can bury the dead.
any
Yeah.
city, huh?
Phoenix have no basement. So San Diego. Jimmy says San Diego. San Diego is what Jimmy says.
Honolulu. Matt said Honolulu. I
Oh
think that's
man, dude, I love Hawaii. If I could move to Hawaii, I definitely will move to Hawaii. Hawaii for sure. Uh
it's hard because it's everything that I'm like. It's all West Coast stuff. So it's like the Pacific Northwest, San Diego. I lived there before. I fucking loved it when I lived there. Um, I've been to Hawaii 3 times now. I loved Hawaii. Hawaii would be a blast. Um, yeah, probably the Pacific Northwest though. Like I think it kind of fits my vibe. I like the weather. I like that rainy, dreary
Somebody say
weather.
Nairobi in Kenya. They wish they can live in Nairobi. So the question of the day, the question of the hour is: which city do you wish you can live in but can't afford to live in? You can't afford it, but you wish you can live in. And it's
Or
Monday.
British
Monday sucks, so we can actually have wishful thinking. What's up? What's up, Red?
Hawaii is whatever. Hawaii is too damn expensive.
Yeah, Hawaii is
Um,
expensive.
especially with the oh, god damn it, especially with the import shit. Like you have to like the amount it costs just to fucking live there because you have to get shit imported is ridiculous.
So
Like
if you have
a gallon of milk costs like $10. It's fucking nuts.
all right, so I'm gonna pin the question here so people know exactly. So is which city, which city do you wish? Any city in Hawaii. Galvin say, yeah, any city in Hawaii. Dublin. I actually did not like Dublin. I did not like Dublin. If I had to live anywhere in Ireland, I would live on the other side of Ireland, which is more
Fucking
on the
love Spain.
Cork, Cork, or on like the other side, or I would go on the Belfast side. But it's
Mm-hmm.
not really, yeah. Star Wars shirt. Oh yeah, always. Um, which city? So which city do you wish you can live in but can afford to live in? Yeah, Dublin is way
Dublin
too
is too
commercial. Yep.
commercial.
I did not like Dublin. I will be honest, I didn't like it. As a matter of fact, any country in Europe that make you drive on the left side of the did I ever tell you guys the what happened to me when I was in
No,
Ireland?
no.
All right. So story time. Story time. So I'm in I let December. This December I was in Ireland, right? So I'm in Ireland. So I booked. This was a credit that I had that I booked a vacation. Now coming to find out where I was staying is like where the PGA tours happen. So that's where they host all the PGA people when they play in Ireland, right? Now we get in, right? We get in and we land. Is way too quiet there anyway because everybody just seem like they know something that you don't know. So it's kind of quiet, but that's kind of their demeanor. So I land in Ireland and we at the Dublin airport, right? Dublin
Hmm.
airport. And we go to get the rental car. This woman look at me dead in my eye. Okay. Like Tim, if I look at you and say, hey, I give you an upgrade, you get to have an SUV. What do you think is going to be the car you're going to walk to?
I would think like a smaller. It would be three things: a smaller Mercedes SUV, a Ford SUV, or a GMC SUV. Those would
All
be the
right.
three things. Those would be the three things that I would think.
Okay. So if somebody tell y'all that you got an upgrade and you're going to get an SUV at a rental car,
I'd be stoked.
I'm stoked, right? I'm like, look at me. My chocolate is paying in Dublin. I'm doing well. What up? What up? What up, y'all? Right? A Ford Escape. Even a Ford Escape.
We're gonna escape, sure.
I get down to the basement, right? I get down to the basement. I go to the car. This younkie walk to me and he walks in with a smile and go, oh, you got the upgrade. And he hand me a key and I walk and I'm looking at Veronica like, hey, are we at the right stall? And she's like, yeah, the number is the same. Tell me why. Tell me why this person give us a Honda HRC reduced model. Like I'm talking like I'm a short guy. I'm 5'5" on a good day, okay? But I get into this car and I feel like Mr. Incredible. Okay. That's an SUV. The SUV should give me my big old bag, right? Can fit the two travelers bag that we have can fit in the back of this car.
You
That's an SUV.
got an Irish upgrade.
Oh my god. So I was like flabbergasted. I'm like, are you serious right now? And then I should have known shit was gonna go sideways when there was an arrow, right? There was literally an arrow on the window on the corner saying left on left. And I'm
Mm,
like, left on left? What are they talking about?
Irish
Left on left. Okay. And then I realized, oh shit, they're saying left on left because I'm on the left side of the car. That's where I'm driving from the passenger side of the town. I'm on the right side of the car, so I have to do left on left. So I'm telling you, if you never drove in Europe, if you never drove in Europe and you got anxiety, you should
Not where you want to be.
never, you should in a million years, you should never try to drive in Europe. When I tell you my asshole was so tight, it balled up into a fist, I'm not even joking. Okay. I was so nervous to crash this car that first turn outside of the airport. Are you ready? A roundabout. These people don't got no red lights.
They're all
They got
roundabouts.
roundabouts. Now, mind you, you're not on the left side. You're on the right side of the car. You drive on the left side of the street, and you have to go around the roundabout. So that's the reason why they were telling you to go left on left, because you literally are on the right side of the car, driving on the left side of the street to be able to actually make turn. They don't have any red lights. I counted. We went through 7 cities. We were driving through Ireland. 7 cities. No goddamn red light. All roundabouts. Every time you're going through a city, a roundabout. Now you got to go around the roundabout. So let's say you wanted to go here. No, let's say you wanted to go here. So you have to go all the way here to go around.
Yep.
While you on the other side of sun, and you know the freakiest part of this whole thing? I thought being the driver was scary. Okay? That's not the scary part. Being a passenger will make you lose your lunch right away. Because the roads, right? The roads seem like they were made for chariots. Like that's what the roads feel like. No, I'm not even joking.
I believe you.
This is your car, right? This is your car. Okay? This is your car. This is the next car. We're driving around. I'm like, why is everybody side mirror busted and corner of the car busted? Because everybody just don't know how to fucking, like, there's no space in the street. So if you live in America, we're talking about cities that you wish you live in or you hate to live in. Be grateful as you live in America. I'm telling you right now, be grateful as an American, because while we were driving for a second, mind you, my fiance she's like as white as they come. Okay. I'm the immigrant. But even she had to stop for a moment and look at me and go, hey, you are sounding really American right now. Because for 30 minutes, I've been bitching about how small these goddamn roads are, how no one can go north. I'm like, why the fuck are we this tiny into this shit and this small roads? Why can't they explain the road? I'm like, you know what Ireland fucking need? A goddamn interstate. That's what they need. So she was just quiet the whole time, just hearing me talking. And she goes, now you sound like those like rednecks in the backwood of America, just hating everything about, talking shit about everybody. You're like, I'm in my truck. We out here. This is America. Or I drive my truck and we got that diesel gas. Fuck them people. Like, I'm like, I saw it for a second. I had to check myself. Like, dude, stop fucking complaining. But if I'm gonna tell you right now, Tim, if you or anybody that is at least 5'10" and above, with a minimum of 250 pounds and above, if you're going to Europe and you have the audacity to want to rent a car and drive, pay the extra upgrade, not the regular upgrade, extra upgrade. Because for them, the luxury car, the top car will be like a Range Rover. That's what you're gonna get out of there. It's a Range Rover. That's when you're balling out of proportion, you're getting a Range Rover. Otherwise,
extra upgrade.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll be Mr. Incredible in your little tiny go-go car, driving on the other side of the street while crying because you may hit everybody and their baby mama on the street. So that was my That was my Ireland
Was it?
story
Was
when it
it?
comes.
Matt wants to know if it was manual or did you flake out and
Oh
get a
no, I
manual?
fucking flaked out. I knew if it was manual, I won't even drive it. I would just sit there and start crying. I would just sit there and start crying. Like that's all I would do. Because it was so nerve-wracking. I can only imagine sitting on the right side of a car, driving on the left side of the street, and running a manual with the left hand. Like think about it. Like you won't think about it till it happens to you, and you go, "The fuck is going on here?" Is one of those things that it pays to truly for people to know where you're going, because especially if you're gonna
What
rent
up,
a
Jay?
car or you want transportation, know exactly how they drive there. Because even I that traveled around completely forgot that in most European country they drive on the other side of the street. So left on left. So when you come out, you got to be on the left side, on the left side of the street while you're on the right. So you see how you say, you see how here in America we have the right of way, right? Yeah, there they have
It's
the
the
left
left
away.
away. The
Yeah,
left away.
the left away.
I wonder if manuals re-geared. So like an American manual, first and second is closest to your leg. In a European manual, would first and second still be close to your leg, or would it be away from you? So it's still geared the same way, but it's just opposite. I'm curious.
No, it's the same way. It's the same way. Oh, so we have an Australian here. I used to right hand drive a left hand side. Yeah, that thing it will never work for me. I don't under. They
Nope,
are
they are
away.
away.
Okay,
They
yeah,
are away.
yeah. It's
Same
the
way.
same way.
Okay.
It's the same way.
That would be hard to get used to as well because you have to go all the way
With your
over.
left hand.
You go all the way over with your left hand. You go all the way over to first, second, and then come towards you to third. That would be hard to
First of all,
get
shout
used to.
out to everybody that drive a manual right now. If you drive a manual right now in 2022, shout out to you.
Oh,
You were
thank you.
meant to be a hero. Not all heroes have a cape. Shout out. I want to live. I want to live in Amsterdam. You know what? I will tell you all one thing. Anybody talk about Amsterdam, but Amsterdam is a beautiful city to be in.
Clutch is still on the left too. Oh, that's fucking
Yeah,
weird. I would have thought
it is
everything would have
fucking
been
weird.
I would have thought everything would have been re-geared.
No, but I'm telling you right now, it's now honestly, I'm so sad that I actually slacked on my German, because if I had the opportunity, and my fiance and I talk about this all the time, is I think if we had our choice, we probably move in Europe.
Hmm.
You want, because of the lifestyle that we have, things we want to see, things how we want to live every day. I feel like we're like, oh, America is great, but we'd rather live in Europe,
Sure.
honestly.
I need a refresher.
But the first thing I told myself is the first time I have enough savings, I'm taking a break out of my life, taking 6 months to do what I've always wanted to do out of college, and it's just backpack through Europe. No, I'm having the Muano cask. So it's the Muano cask. For all of you guys who can see, is the Buna Muano cask. Is a limited release Muano cask. It's not the 12. I have the 12, and I have the 12 cask strength. I haven't had the 12 cask strength, but so I will tell you right now, if you think about living anywhere in any city today, now let's flip the question. The next question is, here's my next question, is what's one city that you want to live in right now, that is not the city you are in? What is the one city, if you had your choice, you move to right now? The city you move, and tell me why. One city you move to right now.
I don't think I would. I'm pretty stoked with where I live. I'm happy here. I like it here.
Is
I
it
don't think
because
I
your
would.
wife is watching? Is it what?
I don't think she's even here. I don't think she's even on. No, when we went to that
Did
show.
someone just say Chattanooga, Tennessee? Whomever say Chattanooga, Tennessee, get out.
Someone's trolling. Someone's trolling.
Let me see. What? Let me see. New York. Somebody, yeah. Mary says they're gonna live in New York, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Have been fighting the Boona bus. Oh yeah, don't worry. I will send you. You want Tiffany. You want the special tasting with me. So you're gonna get on the Boona train.
Tyler.
Vegas.
Tyler
Somebody
says
want to move to
Hawaii,
Vegas?
so I can stop giving a fuck. Honduras.
Yeah, Hudson. Hudson. Okay, Colorado Springs. You're gonna love Colorado Springs. You should move. Colorado Spring
Omaha,
is
Munich.
Harvey Bay, Australia. Soho in New York. Hawaii. Valle de Angel. Okay, Honduras. Okay. You know what, Morgan?
I was waiting for that one.
I'm not even gonna do this with Morgan. Uh Harvey Bay is the bomb. Okay. So where, if you had a city you can move to today, all expense paid, you move into that city so you can continue your life. Florence, Italy. Okay. Okay. Funny thing is, if I had to move somewhere, definitely I'll probably see myself somewhere in a European country. I'll probably move to Edinburgh, or I'll move to London.
To London.
To London. Live in Edinburgh or to London, because I really want to explore more of the Scotch.
Okay, you know what? Actually, I take this back. Toronto. Fucking go to Toronto. Let's go.
If it's in Canada, I want to move to Vancouver. Like in every part of the country, I know where I'll move to, but Vancouver for sure. If it's in Canada,
Hmm.
the lifestyle is much more expensive to live there, but definitely Vancouver.
No, you would not
No, you
live
would
in
not live
London.
in hell,
Hell
hell.
no.
But definitely Edinburgh. I will see myself in Edinburgh for sure. Oh, Deville. Oh yeah. You know what? Stacy? I knew I liked you for a reason. Did she say Porto? I loved Porto. Porto Vallarta.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. But you guys are saying cities, but why? I want to know why. Because it's not definitely just the city, is why, right?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. Because the city is fine, but why? Because if you say you want to move to a city, you can move in right now. Portugal. Okay, no, Portugal. Okay, for Port. Okay.
Portugal.
Where in Portugal?
Mm. Cobblestone streets, the rain, the culture, the food, the wine, the hills. There you go. Those are
Yeah.
plenty of good reasons.
Food and the people. You know the funny thing? It brings me to my next question. What is the first three things you see or you consider before you visit a city?
Oh shit. Oh, dude, anytime before I visit a city, I always look at the food. Like that's the main thing I look for is what's the food like? Where are we gonna go eat? Where are the best places? Um, and then accessibility, like how is it gonna be? How easy is it gonna get to be where we want to be versus where we're staying?
So I'm
And
gonna put it here on the banner. What are the three things you research before you visit the city?
food, agriculture, what if weather? Weather's the third thing for sure. It seems like everyone's first thing is food, though. I'm into that. I back it. Amount of food options, nightlife, how much tourism costs. Yeah, that's a good one too. Those are my things too. Is like I don't want to get immersed in tourism culture. I want to get immersed in local culture. So trying to navigate your way through that too is a lot of fun.
Definitely for me, I check always three things before I visit any place. First thing I check is what the food culture is. Obviously, that's the first thing. Second is what do you call it? The scenery. So I love parks and I love like museums and third, now I always check if they have a distillery around there. Just want to see what type of whiskey culture they have there. So those are the three things I always look at because I do think more of it as a whiskey guy. Calvin say food attraction, and if you know anyone there, okay. Colorado Spring, blue skies and mountain and family. Okay. All right. Always. Yeah, definitely. So what are those things that you look forward to? What are three things you look at before you visit a city? Cocktail bars. Try to hit the bar that they're on the list. Okay. Cheers. Cheers, Bourbon Texan.
Cheers, my
Yeah.
dude.
Um definitely I always say first thing I look up is the type of restaurant they have there.
Mm-hmm.
If it's nothing that actually get me excited, screw you. I'm not going. You got me fucked up. I'm not going. It's
Chocolatiers. Is that what that says? Concerts, entertainment. Yeah, man. As long as I can do, like, I want to do at least one touristy thing and then non-tourist stuff the rest of the time I'm there. I'm about that.
food is important. Yeah, you really can't just get into a city and I know what the food is. So you guys want to know the craziest thing? Every time I get a chance, because what Morgan just said, she says chocolate shops are a must, right? I will tell you this. So I was going through a rough time in my life, and one of the first places I've ever visited as an immigrant, like on a vacation, was first time I made some money. Was Carmel by the sea, and is a place that is very very important to me, and that's where I go to reset all the time. One of the beautiful thing about Carmel is the shops that you see there. The weirdest thing. Small city, but just beautiful, just family owned and small shop. And one of the things they have there is a candy, chocolatier and candy shop. So you can go there and literally have um, a Reese's, like a homemade Reese's pieces, right? So every time I go to, I will go to San Francisco, spend a couple of days there, and drive from San Francisco to Carmel by the Sea. And every time I need a reset, that's the first place I go. Right? I just love just staying by the bay and right there by the ocean and just hear the ocean kind of talk to me. And then obviously go to that. No, I have water. Thank you. Go to that. They have a Tiffany, a Chinese restaurant, and but go to that candy like place and buy myself a shock. They make just amazing saltwater taffy
Saltwater
and
taffy.
and some chocolate and homemade chocolate, white chocolate, and but their specialty is Reese's Pieces. They will make homemade, you know, like peanut butter Reese's Pieces there. And what did she say?
Yeah,
I
that's the
used to
same thing.
be a
Yeah,
chocolatier.
yeah.
Bullshit, bullshit. Did Morgan just say she used to be a chocolatier? Get
Yeah.
get out of here.
What the hell, dude? Full of surprises.
That cannot be true. Like for real, Morgan, are you fucking with me? Because you come on the show and you fuck with me often. Are you are you kidding or are you for real?
Huh.
Okay. Morgan, you have my address. I need you to prove
How
it.
did you? How did you know that? I love all the people that are in here. How did you not know that? Come on.
OJ,
Poor
I'm not
Stacy.
taking any of your bullshit today.
No, not with us. She hasn't talked about this. You're mistaken there, miss. Mistaken.
Somebody said they actually look for cigar
Mmm.
bars. They want to see cigar bars. She talked
The
about this
lies.
before.
The
No.
lies. The
Where?
lies.
You have to pay attention. Like I didn't know.
Watch your lives.
She's too busy. She's too busy actually making fun of me on her lives. That's why I don't know that she's a chocolatier. Wow.
Well,
You know
shows what
what?
kind of people
You
we
know what,
are.
Morgan? You owe me a package anyway. I need you to prove it. Hit me with your best shot.
Oh, one time for the one time. Morgan's
What?
famous fudged.
It's not all about you. Oh, it is. It sure is. Morgan, you always make it about me. You're the reason why I always have to control myself when you're on my live.
Okay,
Hit
moving
me, hit me with
on.
your best shot, Morgan. You know what? You know what? Stacy, I thought we were friends, but it looked like
Guys,
you chose violence today.
if you want to get Jack a present, okay, send him trail mix. It's his favorite. He's the only black man I know that likes white people food.
I do. I will tell y'all. I will tell every single one of y'all. If anybody send me trail mix, that person is no longer a friend of mine.
Slide into my DMs. I'll get you his address. Just you can't put a return address on it, and you can't say who it's from.
I don't understand why people actually eat trail mix.
I don't either because so my
Who eat
Harrison.
who in their right mind eat trail mix?
So
Make it at home for the
Rebecca
purpose
really
of
likes trail
eating it.
mix. Rebecca likes trail mix, and anytime it's in the house, Harrison wants trail mix. He goes, "I want nuts." That's what he calls it. You know what he does? His smart ass picks all the M&Ms out. He doesn't want trail mix. He wants M&Ms.
You see, that's a normal kid.
Just raisins out near Colton.
Like who like trail mix? People You know what?
What are you eating right now? Almonds?
I would die on the hill. No, I'm eating cashews. Cashews is what I love.
So it's like cashews are like trail mix, just with more
No,
shit in them.
no, no. Here's what I know for sure.
Just think of like you're eating cashews with like
No,
other shit in it.
the lies. I am not. Who? Put your hands down. Put your black ass hand down. Bourbon Ian, Bourbon Beamers. Put your black ass hand down. There's no way you love trail mix.
Cajun trail mix.
What is Cajun trail mix? Like, I never heard of it. Anybody know what Cajun trail mix is?
So it's trail mix, but it's spicy.
No, I don't think so. There got to be something
it's
different
got
to it.
those little it's got those little banana things in it that are spicy, and what else? Some orange things. Cashew is literally the worst nut to eat. Enjoy the kidney stones.
Now, there are different kind. Okay. What kind works? Because if I want nuts, I'll eat nuts, right? If I want cereal, I'll eat cereal. But who eat trail mix? Like,
Peanut butter trail mix? What?
I don't know.
I feel like the chat's just fucking with us now.
My worst fear. I'll tell you guys right now.
What up, Steve?
Oh, here's Steve. Steve like to fuck with me with trail mix too. I don't understand why. You know what? Today I declare violence against trail mix. If you like trail mix, I don't understand. Like, there haven't been a trail mix there that I have that I'm like, who likes this? It's like, you know what? I know I'm gonna be hungry, and I don't know what I'm gonna eat. So let me plunge in a bunch of this shit in to make trail mix. What?
I thought pecans were good for you.
So what?
I thought pecans were good for you. Or is it walnuts? Walnuts are what's good for you. Walnuts are the best nut for you. That's what it was.
What about chest mix?
Ooh, I fuck with some Chex Mix.
You know what? You know when chest mix are good? When you drunk as shit. I'm gonna be very honest. Chex Mix are good when you're drunk as shit. That is what Chex Mix are really good.
Man, we're on one tonight. Trail mix, nuts, cities. Let's go.
I think what's his name? The right pieces though. What? Everybody chose violence today. So you do not like alphabet? We about to be blowing area here that makes Doritos with the liquid cheese. Oh yeah, smoked chest mix are the bomb. Chest mix they will sober you up. Shout out to chest mix for saving people from a DUI.
It's gonna be next year's sponsor, Mellow Corn and Chex Mix.
Yeah, chest mix. Oh. Oh, Ian is choosing violence. Bourbon and time with the influencers. I'm not an influencer. I'm not cool. Is he cool?
Yeah,
People
you know what?
Get invited to shit. I'm not cool.
All those people were here. You know how many stopped? You know how many of them stopped and see me? Maybe 3.
Good. Those are the people that actually care.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I still don't understand what it is. It's like some event that you have special tastings and I don't know.
It's the top tier of the exclusive people. You guys are not exclusive.
I'm sure it's shit not exclusive. You know what's funny though is the guy who does it,
Thank you so much, bud. Appreciate it, Maris.
Bourbon and Time. Eric is sat at the bar telling me about it. That was it. And I was like, "What is it?" He goes, "That's a thing I do." And I was like, "Cool. What is it?" Don't know.
Yeah, it's a cool people club. I've never been part of the cool kids. I'm just me. That's all it is. I need to get rid of this thing. I love cashews too much. I could eat them all day. Yeah, but I'm not an influencer. Remember? White influencers don't like me.
I could always use a fucking hug, man. Could always use a hug.
I'm not an influencer. I feel like the funny thing is, me those things never bother me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Chocolate covered cashews. Yeah. You know what? I hate you, OJ. I hate you so much. No, you just make workout videos.
Don't make it about race.
You know what? You all are my family, so you can make fun of me all day. You fine. But I said this before. The one thing y'all need to remember is that I'm very comfortable in my own lane. Whatever anybody do, they're doing it for themselves. And as long as you work for them, that's fine.
I got some fun news. Speaking
Oh,
of news worth
go
talking
ahead.
about.
What fun news do you have?
Can confirm. Seen pictures. Eagle Rare 25 year is coming.
Wow.
An extra double eagle, whatever, double eagle and then some. It's coming. 25-year-old.
Rise Society.
The
Welcome.
the case is pretty fucking cool. It's kind of shaped like a teardrop. Like it starts and then it kind of does this like swivel thing. That's all I can remember. But yeah, Eagle Rare 25 years coming. It's going to be the same price as the double Eagle 20 year. It's $2,000. There you go. The full spread Eagle.
You know what? I love that one. The spread eagle. The spread eagle. That's what we're gonna call it. The spread eagle. That's what we're gonna call it. So the Eagle Rare 25 year is called the spread eagle. You get some, or you are getting some. It's one of those two things. But it is the spread eagle. You know what, Tyler? You get a knuckle for that one.
For only $25,000
Yeah.
on secondary.
Yeah. You get a knuckle for that one. That is definitely the spread eagle. So for all of you guys that actually are always yeah, yours for $35,000 per shipping. Yep, that's pretty much it. The ball spread eagle.
I love it.
Yeah, you should put open up your word in quotation. Open up your world. It's like
When it's actually coming,
yesterday I
I have
was
no idea.
yesterday I was watching Billions and I saw, a Victor's 30th years, right? Just standing there on the channel. I'm like, one day I just want to be famous about just to actually have a Victor's 30th just sitting next by me and just go, hey, this is what I drink when I'm feeling very casual. Yeah, the
Yeah,
bus come
right.
with a
Just
pair
a,
of
just on
crunch
a
panties.
regular Monday afternoon, my leather recliner, sipping on some high end Michter's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest right now and tell y'all, wow. 25-year Eagle Rare. Okay. Let me see. Do I have any news since we're talking about news? Um, the only news I have today is if you're feeling frisky, today in Versailles, it was released the new the Kentucky Derby Met Julep was released today. The $1,000 cup. So $1,000 cup. Um, the $1,000 cup Men Julep is a
It's
charity
for
program.
charity. It's for charity.
Most of the horses that run when they're done usually need a place to actually retire peacefully. So they use this money for charity. There's two type of cups that you get. One of them is silver and the other one is gold. The gold one is at $2,500 and the silver one is at $1,000. So there's 18 gold cups and there is 130 silver cup, making a total of 148 cups for the Kentucky Derby. This
Jesus
year,
Christ.
you actually have to go pick up your bottle at the Churchill place in the Kentucky Derby, and they'll be making you an amazing Met julep in your cup using the King Louis the 14th and the 15th juice from Versailles to actually um, make you
Which one you
your mint
fucking
julep. For all of you guys who don't know what a mint julep is the national the customary drink for the Kentucky Derby is the mint julep. To make a mint julep, what you need is a 2 ounce of bourbon. In this case, Woodford is the official sponsor of the Kentucky Derby. 2 teaspoons of honey, one lemon peel, one orange peel, and two fresh pomegranate to garnish, and a bunch of fresh lemon there. So
and mint.
squeeze your pomegranate, squeeze your thing, slap your mint, put it down, put some ice on top, and put your bourbon on it. And
It's a lot of ice. It's like a dome of
correct.
ice.
So
But
this
man,
is
even people who drink mint juleps don't like mint juleps.
correct. If you like mint and a little bit of orange zest and there you pretty much will like it. But it is this year one is the owner of Versailles, is not Versailles. For all of you motherfuckers living there, is not Louisville, it is Louisville. Is Louis from Louis the 13th and the 14th, so it's
No,
Louisville.
it's Louisville.
Uh and is Versailles. Versailles. This year, $1,000 mint julep cocktail feature ingredient found in France Palace in Versailles. Once the home of the three of the country king from the House of Bourbon. So King Louis, the 14 and the 15, both actually literally were governing from Versailles. So that's for this year, Derby 148. There is 148 different glasses that you can actually get. So if you feel like donating money and having something to show for it, you can buy yourself $1,000 Met Julep cup. I have the fake one. It does work the same as well. So that's that's in the news for all of you guys that are here. Another news from Brown Foreman. For all of you guys that are Scotch lover, um, the Glendronach that is part of the family of Brown Foreman just relieved the three new Glendronachs. Batch 19 just got released from the Glendronach. And one of the greatest thing is there's three casks that was released from batch 19 from the Glendronach, the 1992 cask, the and two of the 1992 cask and one of the 1994 cask of the Glendronach. The 1992, the first one was aged 29 years.
Christ
The
almighty.
suggested MSRP is $820. This one was aged in the this one was aged in the Oloroso sherry butt. The second 1992 barrel was aged 28 years in the Pedro Jimenez Poncho and cask. And the third one is Oloroso Poncho, 27 years. So it's 27 years, 28 years, and 29 years, raising from MSRP at 600, 720, and 820. And if you're a collector of Glendronach and want to know more about it, I'm having the brand ambassador on next Wednesday to chat about this release of the Glendronach. These are special
You're
casts
gonna
that
get
are
to try
holding
them.
the house of Glendronach. What's up?
You're gonna get to try them.
Yeah, they actually sent me samples.
That's pretty cool, man.
They were actually nice this time. They sent me 4 ounce samples.
Oh,
So pretty much
that's
I'm
wicked.
yeah, that's pretty. So if you love Glendronach and if you actually know the master blender behind Glendronach is Rachel Berry, this cask were here for a long time and they pretty much actually chose these ones. These ones specifically. Every year there's a batch that come out since Glendronach have been around since 1826, one of the oldest houses of Scotch all
Wow.
around, and they are literally the competing house to Macallan, who have one of the best sherry cask in the business. So if you're a Scotch lover and you actually you know what, Steve, you're on punishment. You're supposed to come to my house this weekend. You spend your time in the woods versus coming and visiting me. You're on punishment, Steve. This is what happened. But yeah, I'm having the brand ambassador that live in Miami to come talk to us about the Glendronach and um for Scotch lover. But beside that, I don't know if anything else was released at all sent in this week. Do you have any news?
I know the 17-year Heaven Hill is hitting shelves.
It already
Um,
hit the shelf. Most people actually went the last
no,
week.
they're hitting again this next week.
Okay.
Man, there's nothing really going on right now. This is kind of in there. This is once again in that slow period of when there's not a whole lot going on as far as whiskey. Um, Wait till we get
Yeah,
closer to Derby. Some more things should be happening.
yeah. Obviously, the for people that like to collect, for people that like to collect the Derby bottles from Woodford, they're out on the shelf right now,
Oh,
so you
this
can
year's
definitely
Derby
grab.
bottle looks beautiful, I will
Yeah.
say. I'm not one to collect bottles, but that bottle looks beautiful this year. They did a great job on it.
So Honestly, that will be the only thing I would say uh will be will be one of those things that I would say that you probably want to look out for that bottle. Is one of those. I mean, a lot of things came out. Obviously, a lot of bourbon
Mm.
are coming out, but really kind of odd.
I
What?
have something. I have something I could talk about. I can't post about it apparently, but I'm going to talk about it on the show. So last week, yeah, last Tuesday, I got to hang out with Bernie Lovers,
Okay.
and I got to drink some 15-year-old and 14-year-old mellow corn at cash strength,
Mm-hmm.
136 proof and 142 and a half proof. And at some point, this extra aged mellow corn is going to get released into some special Heaven Hill release. I think it's going to be the same. I think it's going to be a part of the same release that the Heaven Hill 17 is in.
Okay.
So they're going to do something with that. Not quite sure what yet, but
We already got Bernie. We already got
Bernie's
Bernie
been
on the
on this
show.
show. Bernie's been on this show.
Yeah.
And he would love to come back again, by the way. But yeah, that's going to happen. Expo, which is a cool little industry bar. Jack, you've been there. Matt, you've been there. There's a couple people in the chat have also been there too. They're on queue to get a mellow corn single barrel here. I'm pretty excited about that. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. Expo underscore bar on Instagram. That's that. That's all the other weird, kooky news I have. I might get in trouble for that, but he told me not to post it, and I didn't. So we're
For
just
all
talking
of you
about it.
guys that actually are into Scotch, um, if you are a fan of Bunnahabhain, um, obviously they have revamped their website. So if you were on Bunnahabhain before, you have to go in and re-sign
Oh, okay.
to get your Bunnahabhain. But keep an eye open
Single barrel
for all of you friends that actually for all your friends that actually are anywhere in Europe. I'm reaching out to all my friends. You need to know in about 2 weeks, you have Fish Isla, which is the festival of Isla. Is happening. So for the festival of Isla, most distillery in Isla will release one thing specifically for Isla. For all of you guys that are here, if you like Ardbeg, June 4th is Ardbeg Day. Ardbeg Day is June 4th.
4.
Um,
Are they
so
releasing anything special
Outbreak
for
Day
that?
is based on a lunar year. Yeah, I've tried a lot of Kilhoman. I actually have my own. I've helped in Nebraska here pick a barrel of Kilhoman, so I actually have my own barrel pick of Kilhoman. But our big day is June 4th, and I'm pretty sure they go by the lunar calendar to choose our big day. So
Okay.
June 4th is a Sunday. So I'm working right now with Ardbeg to see if maybe I can have an Ardbeg Day party. So that's what I'm working towards right now. But if you're an Arbegian, if you know anybody at Brooklady, at Ardbeg, at what do you call Lagavulin, at Lafroig, you definitely want to actually reach out to them now because they always have a special release for Fish Isla, which is
do you know?
the
Do you know
festival of
what?
Isla.
Do you know if Fesh? Do you know anything that they're releasing for Fesh right now, or is it still not been talked about?
No, they would literally release it a week before Fest because it's mostly
Okay,
people that are there that are getting theirs first.
got it.
Yeah.
So outside of Fesh, the only way to get it is through their website.
So last year, Buna Haven was actually the one that did a better job at it. They
Okay,
allow people to get the Fesh bottle directly from them, shipped to people.
okay.
Brooklady did a terrible job, a horrible job on fish. They was just terrible. They didn't organize it right. They had bottles just out just for people. I knew what they were trying to do. They want to make sure that people have their bottle first, but um Ardbeg will do a release for fish, and they call the for people that don't know yet, the new Ardbeg that's going to be released, the committee release for fish is going to be called Ardcore. So it's called
Core
Ardcore.
art.
Yeah, Ardcore. So is in honor of one of the people at Ardbeg that love rock and roll. So it's going to be Ardbeg. Yeah.
What's do you know what's going to be special about it?
It looks like having your zipper, like the whole top of the bottle look like having a whole zipper on top of your bottle. So hardcore look like a punk bottle wrapped around
What's
for
going to
Art
be
Big Day.
inside it though?
So it's definitely rock and roll. That's what, like metal
That
rock, yeah,
is pretty
very rough
fucking metal.
on the edge. Hardcore. Let me see here. I have it on my thing for Ardbeg Day, but it's hardcore. People have been stipulating pictures of it for a
Bro, just
while,
lighter fluid.
but yeah. So it's gonna be one of those things that are gonna be. Let me see if I can share the screen here for people on share screen. Uh, Window tab. Hold on. There you go. You can see it now. So this, like the top look like a
Punctured.
zipper.
Taste buds punctured.
Yeah. So it's gonna be like a whole zipper around. Um. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So
Oh, it's
uh,
not.
for Artbag Day is gonna be that's gonna be the release for Artbag Day. So for all of you guys who love Artbag, this is your opportunity. People that are part of the committee already got the email telling them what's gonna be released. So so this one, what most people don't know is like for Artbag Day, when they have a release, they always have two releases. Usually on Artbag Day, they'll usually do the committee release, which usually higher ABV, and then the regular release for people. So the true release will be in the US. The limited release will be available on June 1st, and but the committee release can be nabbed by the committee people May 1st. So May 1st, people that are part of the committee release will be out. So if you guys remember last year, that's what happened with Ardbeg Scorch. You have the regular release of the Scorch, and then you had the committee release of the Scorch that came
So are they
first.
gonna have two releases of the hardcore then?
Yeah, so that happens every year. For
Got it.
Fesh, is always the committee people, which is usually cast strength, and then the regular release of it.
Got it.
I
Got it.
think the only time I would say they missed the committee release usually is much tastier, but when it comes to the Ardbeg Black, I felt
Agreed.
like the
hundred
regular
percent.
release,
100%
the
agree.
regular release was better than the committee release. So
100% agree.
for what the committee release, they did not say what the ABV was going to be. They did not say what the ABV were going to be. Once I know, Adrian, once I know,
They're usually
I
around
can
like
send.
100 and they're
Make sure
usually
you
around.
follow me. I'll be sure to send you a message. We don't know till is officially released. So even if people are speculating online, but I don't know if the TTB said anything yet. But it looks at least from what somebody posted online that the committee release is going to be 40. Hold on. So it's 46% ABV at 100 pound. So right about 131 US. So that's what he's saying. But that's the non-committee release. So I don't know what the committee release was going to be. But the
Okay.
non-committee release already said that it's going to be 46% ABV. So
Ooh, that's a question. Steve asked if 15-year red spot is better than 7-year blue spot. Ooh, that's a tough one. Red spot's
uh
really good.
you know what? I
The
will
blue
tell you
spot is
this. If you
delicious.
like cast strength, 7 year is will be better. If you like high proof, 7 year. 15 year is much more subtle, is more like a relaxing day. You don't want anything too much, you just want to enjoy something. I would definitely say that's what the 15-year remind me of. But if you really want your taste bud to actually be alive, I definitely would say that I would do the blue spot 7 year. It made me feel alive. I love that bottle. I think it's the best thing since Jesus Christ.
Blue spot is, God bless. Blue spot is so fucking good.
It is. It is.
I have like 20 different people looking for that bottle for me in this city.
The blue spot. Oh, okay. For if you're watching right now, the committee release one is 51% ABV.
Oh,
So the
cool.
committee release is 50.1% ABV. But the non-committee release one is 46. So just FYI for Artbag Hardcore. So
Hardcore.
did someone say you don't have 5 bottles? Now I will tell you right now, the blue spot 7 years, I do have 5 bottles of it. I do.
I know
I'm
you
not.
have
I'm
5
not even
bottles
gonna lie.
because I've seen your picture of it.
I do. I have 5 bottles of because it's worth it. There's 2 bottles that when it comes to Irish whiskey, I felt like they hit the spot. The blue spot, um, 7 years, and on the red breast small batch, the teal
Mm.
bottle. Those two things
Mm. Do you
are
like the small batch
definitely.
over the Lestau finish?
So what?
Do you like the small batch over the Lestau?
Oh, I like the small batch better.
Really?
Yeah, that spice. Irish whiskey at cast strength is what God intended this to be. Because I will tell you right now, I went to a couple distillery when I was in Ireland, had a special visit, and a few people are experimenting Irish whiskey and a peated whiskey at cast strength. Brother, when I tell you that shit was delicious, it made me rethink my whole view of Irish whiskey.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, because when something is triple distilled, it's already
Oh,
fluffy
sure.
and very creamy already. Now add creamy and add the kick to it. You are literally getting the best of both worlds. You're getting the best of both worlds. There's no way you can tell me something creamy and cast strength don't go together.
You're not
As a
wrong.
matter of fact, I may still have one of the experiments from Ireland that I was given.
Jameson orange.
You know what? After dealing with Diageo a couple times, I understand why they will release some stuff because it is good for bartenders, right? It is good for bartenders. But as a whiskey purist, I feel insulted sometimes of some of this bullshit that comes out.
So speaking of bullshit, I got a question for everybody watching. I had a I had a patron this week get in an argument with me about the proper way to say blade, and
Bo.
that's what I said to him. So he told me that I've been saying it wrong my whole life.
Okay.
That it's blade and bow.
Okay. What make him say it's
So
bow?
all he told me was I was wrong. He wouldn't go into detail or why. He goes, just so you know, you've been saying it wrong your whole life. I said, oh, okay. So that that next day, I had Diageo reps in my store, and I said, hey, is it bow or bow? And they said, it's fucking bow. So everyone watching currently, is it bow or bow? It's spelt the same way, but pronounced differently, apparently. I've never heard anyone say bow ever. Was this person an excuse? But yeah, that was a new one for me. So I don't know if anyone else has ever heard that, or or if they say it that way. But yeah, that was a
Is
new one
it,
for me.
was he fucking with you? He was probably fucking with you.
Nah, man, he was serious. It's serious as dick cancer. Bow, like the front of a boat. No, that's bow. Isn't that what it is? The bow of the boat?
Hold on.
Bow is the front of a boat. Yeah, bow is the front of a boat. But he's like, nah, man, it's the bow of the key. And I was like, no, it's the bow of the key. It's the blade and the bow of the key.
Okay, this is the time where all you motherfuckers that live in Kentucky need to do your homework. Because only the people that are in there can go and tell me what the fuck is the people from the house saying. Because Patreon can say whatever the fuck you want, but what are the people from the house saying? Like, I want to go to Stinson, the Stinson house and say, hey, if you live in Kentucky, go visit the distillery. Tell us what they say. What a dipshit. That's a good one.
Hold up, Jack. Here comes the preach. Let's go. Let's preach.
Experiment. There you go. See here.
Ooh, you slick devil.
Travel all the way from Ireland.
Fucking shit about us Kentucky folk.
Yeah, if you talking shit about us, yeah, no, I'm gonna tell you something. Like, I'm not gonna choose violence against people in Kentucky because it's like having a garden and not knowing that you got, you things are growing in your garden. But I'm surprised by the amount of people that live in Kentucky that don't know enough about Kentucky, right? Because even Stacy doesn't act like somebody who's from Kentucky at all. Because she doesn't approach people with that pretentious way of Kentucky. Hell, some people think I live in Kentucky for how much I talk about whiskey sometimes. And for
I
the
live in
longest time, I
I
didn't
live in
even know.
Kentucky.
I didn't even know because all you motherfuckers that live there are just like very, excuse my French, but very laissez-faire about things. It's like y'all hang out at the same place, don't get out of your comfort zones. Like, it's Kentucky, we already here. Like, unlike the people that come in and all excited, it's like you having like a Game Boy and your man have been playing Atari the whole time, and he sees you with a Game Boy and he freaks out, want to know everything about the Game Boy, right? But you guys just in Kentucky just go, man, we're here. We have to live our life anyway, so I don't care. What did you call it? Is it the trail? Kentucky, what, whiskey bourbon
Bourbon
trail?
Trail. The
I
Bourbon
don't even know
Trail.
what that thing goes by. I just live here.
I don't
It's one
know.
of those things that I never understood because most people come to town obviously are Yeah, definitely. We obviously need to call the distillery and see what went wrong there. But most people that live in Kentucky, you'll have a certain laissez-faire about the way you approach whiskey. That is almost weird. And the same thing happened actually when I was in Ireland too. When you go to a bar, obviously the guy behind the bar is very knowledgeable and knows his shit. But there's this laissez-faire about how people are, but I don't understand it. And the
So
worst part,
are you saying
uh,
I'm that way as well?
you,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, you the same way. You work in the industry, so you're already in. You don't. Your curiosity stopped a long time ago. Do you wake up like when you came in the whiskey industry? You probably at that time were an outsider, so you're curious to know a bunch of stuff. You're like, oh, I want to know this. I want to know this. When's the last time you actually planned a distillery visit?
Well, I haven't planned
Right?
anything since
So you can
COVID.
go no.
So COVID, like, I feel like that doesn't count for me because I haven't done anything since COVID. But I mean, when I before COVID, I was doing that shit all the time. Like I
That,
was,
but that's what I'm saying. Is most people curiosity stop during COVID? I visited distilleries. I came to town, went to places. But that's what I'm saying. The hunger and the curiosity to know things doesn't happen because the fact that you live there, there is this complacency that happened to people. I'm there. I'm already here. I work every day. But the person, an outsider, will want to actually come in and want to know this, want to know that, want to visit this distillery. I literally have a list of distilleries that I haven't visited yet. And I actually have it in mind, like, okay, next time I'm in town, my goal is to visit this one, go meet with this person, visit this one, go meet with this. So every time you actually do, but when you're already there, you're like, yep. So she's right as well.
AC fucking nailed it, man. I mean, that's a big turnoff from people who there's like that fine line of like you cross that line into like you could do their job, and not that they're doing their job poorly, but like like you're versed in like the regular knowledge of it, right? And so there's just there's always that fuck twit who is just has memorized a plaque and doesn't really know about anything. And you try asking questions, and they either bullshit their way through it or lie about it. Um, that's a huge pet peeve, a huge turnoff for me for sure.
Is for me, it's one of those things where I don't know. Maybe is personality. I always want to know more, right?
Sure.
Like if things didn't change at the beginning of the year for me, like they changed, my goal was to spend 3 weeks in Scotland. I want to go and know more about Isla. I want to know more about this. I want to be there and know it because I cannot call myself being part of the industry when I actually don't know more about the industry.
Absolutely,
And a
man.
lot of people I feel in the industry are quite complacent. If you've done it already, I understand. But you talk to people in Kentucky, you're like, oh, Maker's Mark. And they're like, oh, I never visited Maker's Mark. I'm like, why the fuck are you there then? Why are you there? You know, and or you're like, oh, Michter's like, oh, I've never been to Michter's. Okay, you're fired. So get off the internet. Don't try to tell us anything about bourbon. Get the fuck out. You don't deserve to be here because you are not doing the homework. Because it is like saying somebody walking and say, hey, dude, your dad is so cool. He does this, and you're like, my dad does what? I live with that motherfucker at home. He's just my dad. That's literally how I feel sometimes.
You never
Yeah,
took
I've
one.
been
That's
to.
your
Yeah,
fault.
you see, bullshit. I call you out. I actually been to multiple Cornhusker games because that's part of living here. It's weird to live in Nebraska and never go to a game. And I'm talking like courtside. I have business partner that are like, hey, we'll give you our season ticket. You go in. You haven't lived in Nebraska till you sat in the sea of red shirt, and everybody will, go big red, go big red. You have to do that. And then you have the shitty Runza is our delicacy in Nebraska. You know what? You know what? New York, get out of here. You get out of here, New York.
We're to live in Nebraska.
But that's what I'm saying is one of those things that I don't know. I cannot see myself coming to Kentucky or coming to Louisville, not going to Barstown. Not like I feel weird that I never been to Versailles. Like because of COVID, I never got a chance to visit Four Roses. I never got a chance to visit Wild Turkey, and all those are on my list. Like it's weird for me not to call myself an expert or be part of the industry and not being there. It's like it's weird. It is weird. You have to do it all because somewhere you have to be able to stand in front of people and say, when I've been here, this is what I experienced, or this is what I know. It's good to be an amazing Google reviewer of things that actually happen. But do you really know what you're talking about? No, you don't. No, you don't. So, like, I was supposed to go to Castle and Key, couldn't go because of COVID. So it's one of those things where I'm like, somewhere when some of these brands are talking about, oh, we want you around or we want this, I'm like, no, bring me to the distillery. I want to know what you guys do when you're not talking to us.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I don't want to talk to your brand ambassador. I want to talk to the master distiller.
Sure.
So that's pretty much where I stand. So some of these people in Kentucky, I feel like are quite complacent. They're complacent in their way because it should be part of your job. Knowing the master distiller, knowing what the distillery is, going to actually visit those distillery because you live in that town. So if you're going to jump in and say, I'm an expert in something, there's not an executive bourbon stewardess diploma that can actually replace your experience of going and visiting a distillery at all. Because you know exactly how things happen. You're talking from experience, not just from what somebody else related to you.
Right.
There's a reason why we respect the Bernie lovers of the world, or we respect, the Bocanos of the words, or all these, because they been there, done it, and did, are part of the what's going on. So I'm a student. Yeah, that is true, Matt. I'm a student of whiskey, and I'm always willing. Any opportunity I get to learn something new, I'm never complacent. I don't. I don't want to be. If you ever see me be, please shoot me now, because
Well, that's when you stop. That's when you stop growing.
Yeah.
Like you. It's like you have to. If you wanna be a part of this, and you wanna teach people, and you wanna guide people, you need to be always learning, always growing. Like, you need to accept the fact that, yeah, you're a student. If you're not, guess what? You're fucked, man. You're dead in the water. Yeah,
So
agreed. 100%. Want to be a constant student, a constant learner of knowledge. Yeah, absolutely, man.
did OJ is my official troll. Like, he trolls me on purpose. Somebody pass me the slingshot because I say shoot me now. But so I don't know. For me, it has to be a thing that is a constant thing, is most people's way of being. Too many time I'm there in Kentucky, and I'm talking to all these people that so call themselves expert, and they've only been to main distilleries. Like, they've only been to the one. Oh, Buffalo Trace, I've been there, and Heaven Hill, I've been there, and I've been to Michter's, and I've been to Evan William, and now I can teach everybody about everything. No, kill yourself. That's not it. You're not about that life.
You don't know about shit until you do the Evan Williams experience. You got to do that Evan Williams experience.
I've done it.
As have I.
So I don't know. That's my my point of view. But anywho, for all the people watching, an hour and a half in, this is the time where I start looking around for food
I
to
am
see
going to be
like,
doing that as well.
are they still doing industry night?
Yeah, I think I might go tonight, actually.
Okay, I was about to say you.
I haven't
I
been
haven't
in a
heard you
while.
talk about industry night in a while.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, if you're anywhere in Louisville, it's always good to actually find where industry night happens on Mondays. To actually go in and
Mondays and Tuesdays now. There's a spot that does it now on Tuesday as well.
okay, for you to go see people in the industry. My barrel sweatshirt and a t-shirt came from industry night. So those
Awesome.
are always things that you actually wanna
Yeah, man.
you definitely want to try. Coming this summer, now that it's warm outside, I'll be doing a series where I found a sound on TikTok that I felt like was amazing. I've been trying to use it since last year, but I think this year I'm finally going to do it. When I'm gonna put one brands versus another, or it'd be like, "What's your name? What's your name?"
I remember we were talking about this last
Yeah,
time you were out here.
I'm gonna do it
I'm
this
glad you're going to
year.
finally do it. Cool, man.
I got everybody's t-shirt. I got the bottles. So the goal here is to put what if what if Mictors and Heaven Hill were in the war, right? What if Penelope and the Four Gates were in the war, or so that's before we close, I know Ian said this multiple times that I started violence yesterday on the internet by putting that no one cares about your single barrels because it's not a thing. Uh, I
How
just
dare
want to
you?
make I just want to make sure I remind people that you need to do your research when you are part of the bourbon or the whiskey industry. I wanted to be controversial, but what I said, I was not wrong.
He's not.
So because I was not wrong, I'm not gonna sit here and explain it to you. This is your opportunity to go do your research to see if I'm a crazy black man coming online and telling you that you are wrong, or if I actually know what I'm talking about. This is gonna be a series. Yeah, I did try to pick a fight. This is gonna be a series that I'll be coming in every time I think of some stupid that people do in the industry. I'll be coming every Sunday morning and I'll record something. I'll come in my Eminem, my palm sweaty, like drinking with my shirt is stained with mom's spaghetti. That's what I'm gonna be coming in my style, and I'll be telling you something that you do in the industry that is stupid, but I'm not gonna come at you the right way. I will be coming at you the every wrong way possible. So the goal is to start a conversation. There's a reason I haven't responded to anybody's comment under that thing. What's up, Whiskey Diz? I want to make sure that you go do your homework. Go do your homework. When you hear someone say something, do your homework. I feel like at this point, as a whiskey person or somebody in the industry, it's my job to remind you that you need to do your homework.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna come with some crazy ass shit, and I'm gonna make sure that you know crazy thing is even you can see it. Yeah, Stacy, I mean you're a crazy black man. Yeah, that is true. Uh is one of those things that I feel like most people I'm tired of the bullshit. That's really what I'm tired of. I'm tired of the
Sure.
bullshit. Okay. So I want to be able to remind everybody that there's more to just what you know right now in the whiskey industry and challenge yourself. And you think is bad on Instagram, go on TikTok.
Oh, my fuck. It's so bad over there.
So you think if you think things are bad on Instagram, at least here people are just showing their beautiful pictures and saying that, hey, look at me, I can flex with my bottles. They give the opportunity of people on TikTok to talk about it, and it's even worse. It's like think about the worst kid in class that bring his show and tell, and you're about to chew your own knuckles so you can actually feel alive. That is TikTok. So you here on Instagram, you guys have been nice and just going what, just making things. But on TikTok, I got hate mail. I got hate mail from TikTok, and people were just mad at me uh, all the time. So but just remember that every time I post something is always to get your neurons firing, and for you to do homework and work a little bit to know exactly what you need to go for. As a reminder for all of you guys, this live for people that were here is not going to stay. If you do, if you do want to see this show in totality, you want to come on YouTube, and that's where you actually uh, want to see the rest of the show. For all of you guys watching, we appreciate you. Tim, tell the people where they can find you.
The lovely Instagram at Single Barrel Snob, singlebarrelsnob.com, modernthirst.com, whiskey news and reviews. And if you find yourself in the lovely state of Kentucky and you're in Louisville and you want to hang out for a drink or come and see me and put your ear on the heartbeat of what's going on here, come see me at Evergreen Nulu in Nulu, and shoot me a message, and maybe I'll have you over some drinks. Jack, tell them what's
Obviously,
good.
obviously for everybody here, I'm Hood Sommelier everywhere. Remember, we have two more shows that'll be on Instagram, and then we are 100% moving to YouTube. So if you're here and you're not following Hood Sommelier on YouTube, go ahead and please give us a follow. Turn the subscribe bell on so you know when we are going live, so you can come and hang out with us. Like I say, this live is not going to stay here. We are going to have it keep here on YouTube, so we can actually keep all the content where they need to be. For all of you guys here, we love and appreciate you. Thank you for sticking with us every single Monday. Because of you, Monday sucks a little less than it needs to. And like I say, if you're here, make sure you follow us on YouTube. Heard somebody on YouTube, make sure you follow the channel. More shit dropping. And if you follow me on Hood Sommelier here, remember, every Tuesday, wisdom from Africa. We're here to teach you some shit. You get some wisdom from Africa. And on Sundays now, maybe I would just start some shit. I would just come in and just tell you something that, I think I choose violence all the time. That's something I know. So we definitely are gonna bring more stuff to you. Uh Need yeah, single barrel need his own show. Yeah, tell him that he can do that. But for all of you guys here, we love and appreciate you, and we will see you next Monday.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers.